So let's go into the Gateway Instruction Program. I know that's a huge part of what you guys do at Citizens Safety Academy. And so for those that don't understand what that even means, could you give a background of that, what that is? And then let's deep dive into that just a little bit more.
Okay, so what gateway instruction is create an on-ramp for people to become a part of the gun culture. We don't want them to just visit. We don't want them to hang out on around the edges. We want them to be like us, people who love this thing, who are deep into this thing, and who take their, to varying degrees, and who take their personal protection and personal safety um, very seriously. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Enough to want to do something and do the things that we do about it. But we find that there are often barriers to that. Like I said, cultural, psychological, you know, emotional barriers. People have been through rough things with guns. You know, I mean, Tiff told you when she went to what range master, it was because somebody that she loved very dearly. I mean, she's from Memphis. Somebody she had loved very dearly was, was shot. You know what I'm saying? Was killed with a firearm. And so she wanted to make a very good explanation against that. And she actually
Mhm.
went to the right place at the right time. And now we have her as a part of our culture. And so we want to keep replicating that as much as we can. And so what
Mhm.
gateway instruction is that um, again, it starts with taking people who are realizing that this is a little different. Actually, the funny thing is gateway instruction is the largest part of the gun industry, the gun instruction industry, if you think about
Yeah.
it. And it's
Yeah, it
often the
is.
most neglected, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of
Yep.
instructors, and I understand why, they
Mhm.
leave it to, it's kind of like if you go to college, you get, sometimes you get a professor, sometimes you get the professor's assistant, you know what I'm saying? And he may barely speak English and things like that, you know what I'm saying? And so unfortunately, we get these situations where some of the, the gateway instructions is often left to some of the worst instructors in an organization or the new instructors or something like that. And
Mhm.
so we think that it's too important, and that especially in light of what could possibly happen with the Second Amendment and trying to preserve it, is that we need to bring more and more people and to make them realize that gun ownership and training and all that type of stuff is very normal activities. And so, what Gateway Instruction is an attempt to make those things work a little better. And so, what me and Tiff like to do is go around and remind instructors. Basically, some of us have, like me, I don't know what it's like to not have been around guns. But most people didn't grow up like I did, especially where I'm from. And so the goal
Mhm.
is to remind guys what it was like when they were new, or let them know, like guys like me, what it's like to be new. You know what I'm saying? And what it's like to actually be afraid, you know what I'm saying? And to be
Mhm.
apprehensive, to not want to change your life, all around and not have to wear plaid shirts and and 511 pants and what I'm saying, carry a knife and a flashlight and a tourniquet in your back pocket. I mean that to explain to people to, in a way that makes them comfortable here and that makes them want to stay and take a place in it and actually make this culture even better.